They're clearly trying to get regulatory power over internet content.
Yeah, well, they're
because it's against their narrative too often.
Yeah, well, they're pretty furious with your boy Elon for
buying an X.
He did. He really committed a crime against the establishment by saying that not every single social media platform now will be on board with the program.
Yeah.
But you see the way they're kind of coming after him.
Well, he kind of put his foot in his own mouth with that one.
With what?
With the Twitter thing exchange that he got in trouble for.
Wait, what?
The one they're saying that he's anti-Semitic.
Oh! What was that specific one?
Jamie will find it.
Oh! It was one. He responded to an anti-Semitic thing or something like that. Is that what it was?
And said you were saying the actual truth or something along those lines.
Okay. Yeah. I vaguely remember this. Yeah.
It's like if you're shooting from the hip like that and saying things that's if you have an explanation for what you're saying. Are you saying the what are you saying? The ADL? What is it?
Right.
What is the thing that you have a beef with? Yeah. Elon boosts anti-Semitic tweet, claims ADL and other groups push anti-white messaging. See, because I think the tweet said something about, I don't think it's specifically mentioned the ADL. So if it did specifically mention the ADL, then I would say, he's talking about the ADL doing this thing. But I don't think that was exactly how the tweet was framed.
Jewish communities have been pushing the exact kind of dialectic hatred against whites that they claim to want people to stop using against them.
Yeah,
okay, yeah. He said,
so it's Jewish communities. He's not saying the ADL.
Right. Yeah, that probably wasn't a good response.
And then so Elon says, you have said the actual truth. So if he said the ADL has been pushing these things, then you could say yes. But he's saying Jewish communities. Is the ADL a Jewish community? Yes, it is. But you just can't lump them all into one group like that.
So you could argue a case of on a technicality, they are a Jewish community, but still when you just say it that way,
that's such a blanket statement.
The most reasonable interpretation of that is not going to be that you're referring to the ADL. So
right.
I agree with you. He did put his foot in his mouth on that one. But also to be clear, that's not really what their beef with him is. They saw this and then they go, oh good, we'll use this one to get him. But they've had a beef with Elon Musk. When Elon Musk was doing nothing but just simply saying, I'm considering buying Twitter to make it a free speech platform, which was what he initially said.
Yeah.
They were furious at him for that. So, yes, it's true that was a bad tweet, and he was not clear with what I don't think he meant to say what it sounded like he was saying there. I don't know. But the point really is that they were furious at him already just for the gall of saying you were going to come make this a free speech platform when, as we know from the Twitter files, right, that it wasn't simply that Jack Dorsey was deciding he didn't want to hear anything that was skeptical about the COVID vax or lockdowns on his platform, but it was literally that the FBI, our federal government, political campaigns, three-letter agencies were telling Twitter, colluding with them, and making sure that, again, like I was saying before, that their government propaganda that they felt was necessary in order to institute these tyrannical policies of the COVID regime, that was not allowed to be dissented against on there. And that's what his real crime against them was buying Twitter, saying he's going to make it a free speech platform, and releasing the Twitter files. That's really what got the establishment turned on Elon Musk, who, as you probably remember, was once a darling of these people.
Most certainly. But even if those things didn't take place and he was the CEO of Twitter and he quoted that tweet, it would still be
the ADL would probably still write a piece about him. Yes,
it would still be the equal problem.
Yeah, okay, that's fair.
That's just one of those things. If you have a specific, here's the other thing. I don't know how the fuck he even does what he does. How is he tweeting while he's making rockets? How is he tweeting while he's running Tesla? So the amount of attention that he must be putting into each tweet has to be minimal.
Yeah.
It's not like he's like going over a very complex, nuanced subject and sitting there before he makes his tweet.
Yes, yes.
He's got fucking people. Elon, what do we do with this? You want the tip of the rocket pointy like Spaceballs and, the fucking Cybertrucks? Do you want it 1,100 horsepower or 1,500
Well, I'm not nearly as busy as Elon Musk, and I don't think I have one like that, but I've definitely like replied to tweets before and then like realized I misread the tweet.
Right.
Like, and I was
100%.
like, oh, I misread that, and what I said I didn't actually mean. I wasn't agreeing with you. Oh no, I disagree with you. So it's like, it's not unforgivable. It's not like he tweeted something like that. He replied to somebody else saying, "Yeah, that's right." Yeah. But I agree with you. It was not good, and that will get you heat when you're that big and famous of a person,
especially
no matter what.
with what's going on.
Yeah.
So then he scores points on the other side by saying that, agreeing that phrase "from the river to the sea, Palestine will be free." That is implying genocide. He's saying.
Yeah, look. There's definitely people who say it, who mean that by it.
Have you seen people that get interviewed when they're chanting, and then these people interview them? Like, what do you mean by to which river and which sea? Like, what are you saying? And they're like, "Well, why are you asking me questions?" Like, I'm just trying to find out. Like, what river are you talking about, and what sea does it go to?